everyone. This is Realtor Linda Peltz. Today I'm here with Mark, and he's going to tell you all about his business. Take it away, Mark.
Hi, Linda. Thank you. My name's Mark Ratchford. I have a business called Ratchford Quality Water. And what we do is we install and maintain water treatment for your home. So if you have city water, we take out the chlorine, the other objectionable things that are in the water, as well as hardness. And we have found that if we service and maintain the equipment, that makes a much more enjoyable experience for you, the homeowner. And we do it on a monthly basis. You also can purchase the equipment, but most people, after you have a time period to decide if you'd like to buy the system. And we will still maintain it for you. But for the money and the monthly, it's just a monthly fee, and it's real easy. We take care of it. We service it. You just enjoy the water. So that's what
Something
we've
happens
found.
to it, you'll fix it and replace it or whatever it
Oh
needs,
yeah,
right?
no, I've been in this industry about 38 years now, and the industry itself, most of these companies, these water softener companies, they get your name from somehow, some way, home improvement show or that sort of excuse me, sort of thing. And then they come out to your house. Um, there's the guy puts on a show at your kitchen sink, and then uh, it most of the time it's not a good experience. You end up with some equipment in your home, and all of a sudden they're gone, and now what do you do? So what we do is the way we approach this is obviously if you're having me out to your home, there's an issue with your water. Um, we come out and explain the product to you, and then it's kind of take a look around your home, see where the best location for the equipment.
So it's not
And
always under the sink then.
there's two systems. There's the main for the whole house, which we soften the water, remove the chlorine, the chemical, the other things that are in our water, and the water feels soft, but it doesn't have that slimy kind of feel like a lot of people associate water softeners with. Um, So now your water throughout the house is nice and clean. I kind of call it like mountain water. Um, uh, when we first put the system in, I'll explain to you, don't use any laundry soap. Don't put any softeners in because your clothes still have a lot of soap and other things still in them.
Hmm.
So the first few loads of laundry, no need for soap or anything. If you have skin issues, a lot of people have itchy skin or other things like that. You'll notice that probably most of that will go away when you have this kind of water. And not to mention, you're going to use much less when you start using soap in your clothes again for your laundry. You'll use about a quarter of what you use right now. Um, yes, there's a monthly fee with this system, but you're going to save far more than what you're spending per month. So you basically, whether you have a
Have
system
a
or
lot
not,
safer water, it sounds like.
yeah, oh yeah. Well, they call it potable water. So that means they have chlorine in it. They have that to prevent bacterias in the water. But once the water gets to your home, then it's up to you to decide what you want.
Mhm.
Um, so once you have this, you just won't want to go back. Um, when you go away and you stay somewhere where the water is not treated, you'll say, man, I wish I can't wait to get back home. It makes that much of a difference. When you think about your water, from the moment you wake up in the morning till the time you go to bed at night, water is involved with your life. Your bedding, all that, your sheets, they're washed in the water. And if you're using Tide or whatever kind of laundry detergent you're using, that stuff is still in your sheets and bedding. If you have pajamas and things like that, all that is I mean, it's all around you. So when you have this kind of water, all of that gets rinsed out, and you find that it's a much better experience all the way around. There's a lot of little things that you'll just come to appreciate after having this water in your home. And that's for your whole house. And for your drinking water, we have the Hague, and I represent Hague, which is the manufacturer. They're based out of Groveport, Ohio. They are the second largest manufacturer in the world. And the system has 13 US patents on it. The system is much more efficient than the standard water softener products that everybody else has out there.
Uh-huh.
Um, so there's a lot of things about this system that are superior to the basic water softener that everybody else has.
Now, is
Uh,
that a separate system, or is that does it work together with the whole house one?
so the Hague, it's called the Hague Water Max, and our website is ratchfordqualitywater.com. And there's a lot of great information on there. It explains to you about the system and how it works. And it also talks about Hague. Hague has been around since 1959. I've been in the business again. I've been in the industry 38 years. I've been a Hague dealer for about 20. And I would not want to have to deal with any other brands of equipment. Hague is just really, they've got it put together really well. We can do a lot with just one system. Water softener companies, they put a separate tank in to control chlorine and things. But that has to be replaced about every 4 or 5 years, depends on how close you are to the well site. Um, but by doing it the way we do this, we service it. We'll end up coming out every 3 to 4 months to service the unit outside, which is the Egg Water Max. And most of the time, they do go outside.
Okay, that's good
And
to know.
yeah, and when we install, so what we do is we go to your water main where the water comes into the house, and we cut the line before it goes in. We run in the water to the system, and then it goes through, and then it goes into the house. Now the water has gone from having chlorine and hardness and other objectionable things
Uh-huh.
to being nice, clean water, soft. I call it's like mountain lake water. It's just really nice and clean. Um, Now, when you take a shower, you're not smelling the chlorine that's in the water. You're not getting dry skin. You use much less shampoos to do your hair.
Hmm.
Um, the conditioners, all those kinds of things, you're going to have to use much less because if you try to use the same amount, you're going to have suds forever, and then your hair will be limp. You won't be able to do anything with it.
Hmm.
So you just use much less. When you start thinking about all these, the costs of products that, especially the ladies, you're going to use much less. And not to mention, usually put things on your skin to try to keep your skin soft. You're going to use much less because your skin is going to be softer because of the soft water.
Now, what
Um,
about like buildup in the pipes? Does it help any of that? Because I know I'm always preaching maintenance, maintenance, maintenance on these, residential homes and different things. And sometimes plumbing's the issue. So I was just wondering, how does it kind of cope with some of the buildup that builds up from these chemicals and different things that we're putting in?
yeah, so it's kind of like your arteries, right? Over time, the pipe collects more and more stuff inside of it, and you get less and less flow. Um, so when you have soft water, you're going to notice that probably the first few months, you may have to clean your little screens that are in your faucets because that stuff is breaking loose. It's in the piping, and then that'll start to clear up. Excuse me, and that's another thing. Your shower enclosures, um, if you have glass, your tile, all of that is, you clean it really good after the system's been installed, and then it's much easier to keep things clean. Um, there's just a lot of little benefits that you come to appreciate. And then we service it, we take care of it. It's not another thing for you to have to deal with at your home because, let's face it, we're all pretty busy.
Yes. In
So
today's world, definitely.
yes. So our gal Kelly, she contacts you to let you know we're going to be in your area and for service, and um, then we come out and take care of that. It's usually about it's pretty routine because when we install the system, um, we do it. We want to make everything routine. So when we install, we make sure that it's done correctly.
Mhm.
We bring the power comes right to the system where everything is done correctly. I am a licensed general contractor as well as a C55, which is for water treatment. Um, so when the system is done, pretty much it's very routine as far as maintenance and service. Um, if there is an issue, you call, hey, Mark, something doesn't seem quite right. We come out, we want to make sure you're happy as a customer because if you're not, you're going to say, hey, Mark, come and get your stuff. You're out of here. You're fired. So we don't want that kind of a problem. And, I've watched kids grow up and the family, now the kids are calling me to say, hey, we'd like to get one for our home.
Referral business
So
is a real thing.
yes,
Do your
yes,
job
ma'am.
well, they come back.
Exactly. And that is a lot of our business is referral. Um, if you live on a private well, uh, I ask people, when was the last time you had the water checked for bacteria or coliform? Um, if they don't remember, and I tell them, I go, look, we need to get that looked at. So I work with Delaval. It's a water laboratory here in Fresno, and they'll come out and take a sample and make sure the water is clean, no bacteria, no coliform. Um, and then we will install the system. And again, if you have iron issues, if you have other problems with your water, we are able to fix that for you too. So,
So how does it kind of work? Is it based on maybe the square footage of the home, or is it one system per home? I mean, just one type, or how does that kind of work?
the Water Max has high flow rates. It'll flow 13.7 gallons per minute all day long. It'll peak at 15.2. And uh, if depending on what you have going on with your water, um, that we can set it up for whatever issues you may have with your water. Um, I have people that have sediment issues. Maybe there's a low pH. We've got a system right now that we're working on. We're going to take care of. We can raise the pH if it's low. If it's high, we can lower it. There's whatever problem you may have with your water, we can fix it.
So it doesn't matter so much square footage as much as you take a water test and then figure out what's going on with the water and then pull it within to parameters with whatever system it needs. Is that kind of how?
Yeah. Um, flow rate is probably the biggest thing. And with most homes, the average 3 bedroom, 2 bath, or even larger homes, the Water Max will take care of it. The average home flows about, if you open every faucet at the same time, about 10 gallons a minute. So other water softeners, they tend to they flow about 7.5 gallons a minute, which is fine most of the time. But if there's a lot of people in the house and there's a lot going on, that's when you can have flow issues. Um, but for pretty much for city water applications, we use the Water Max, the Hague. It's a BEQ, which is for the chlorine removal, hardness, and the basic problems of city water.
Uh-huh.
Um, and then when you're, like I say, on a well, um, if there's just hardness in the water, what we have called an AMQ. If there's other problems, there's a lot of, we can fix these things with just one system. Um, and it just depends on what you have going on.
Sounds like it would be
Um,
a wonderful selling point for some of these homes that goes on the market, kind of like solar and some of that stuff. It would be a great selling point. We have clean water. It's been clean for however many years, and it would be good marketing for these homes that's going on the market. Definitely see the benefit in it.
yeah, Linda, I have these systems in homes that have been bought and sold 3 times, because the owner of the house will tell the buyer, "Hey, that was the best thing I did in this house. Look at
Mm,
my faucets, look at my shower enclosures. It really makes a big difference in maintenance for your home, your dishwasher, your washing machine, all of these items. They use water, and it can it just makes you're going to get tired of looking at your faucets before they need to be replaced.
right.
You don't get all that scale and problems on the with your faucets, and again, your clothing will last longer. If you're on city water, if there's chlorine in the water, you're bleaching your clothes, right? So if you have dark clothing, you don't put bleach in, but if you have chlorine in your water, you guess what? You're bleaching your clothes. So you're going to have a much better experience. Uh, you know, clothing lasts longer. There's just so many little things that you come to notice once this system's installed. And the other nice thing is that we service it, maintain it, take care of it. So
Now,
I
is
was
it a
kind of
set fee or is it based off of which equipment you end up putting in?
It's pretty much a flat fee. In We also, now that word, what we've talked about so far is just the whole house water. For drinking, we recommend reverse osmosis. The reverse osmosis system, the Hague H30, it's called an H3500. The pressure is within a pound of your regular faucet. A lot of times, if you've experienced RO systems with other companies, the pressure is about half, and that's when it's um, so the Hague unit is higher pressure. If we can run the line to your refrigerator from the RO system, then that eliminates the filter they want you to replace every 6 months in your refrigerator.
Hmm.
So that's a savings of they're about $40 every 6 months. Not to mention, 6 months goes by pretty quick. So when you think about that, you're getting it's more filtered than that filter that the refrigerator has, because the water, when it goes through the reverse osmosis system, the pressure, or it filters down to 1/10,000 of a micron. So if you like Aquafina purified water, when you go to the store, you get that bottled water. That's what you're getting with this system. And then you'll notice that your ice cubes will be virtually clear. When they melt, you won't get little floaties in your drink, and you'll notice that your coffees and your teas or, when you cook, when you go to Starbucks, they use reverse osmosis.
Hmm.
That's why their coffees always are pretty consistent, because, water is different everywhere you go. So now you're going to have that type of water in your home for drinking. So so the total package, it goes in that unit goes underneath your kitchen sink 90% of the time. And we will put a little faucet next to your standard faucet on the sink. And then, like I say, if we can run the line over to the fridge, we'll do that as well. And that system is serviced once a year.
Hmm.
So Kelly again will let you know, hey, it's time for the RO filter change, and we make arrangements to come in and do that service for you. And the upfront fee to install the whole system is $1,000 upfront.
Okay.
And then the monthly fee is 85 per month. That includes all service, all maintenance, everything.
Now that's for the whole house system or for the osmosis? For the
That's
under,
for both
that's for
systems.
both. Okay.
Both systems. So you just enjoy the water. It basically you get great water and I get paid. I mean that's
I
kind of the
have
way it works.
a friend I go to dinner with quite often, actually, but she's always saying that we'll go into a restaurant and she judges the restaurant by, oh, they have great water. I can now tell her, well, I probably know why now.
Yeah, yeah. When they put a lemon in your water, they're trying to cover up tastes and odors and things. So yeah, it's definitely makes a big difference. If I were to put a glass of water from the tap and a glass of water from the reverse osmosis system, you would know by tasting what is
which
what.
is
So
which is which, huh?
yes, ma'am.
Hey, Mark, I'll include all this information down below. If you have some contact information or anything I can share, and then we'll go ahead and close out.
Yeah, like I say, the website is ratchfordqualitywater.com. We're on Facebook and all the social
Social
media
media.
things. Yes, ma'am. And my personal contact is my cell phone is 559-647-7635. And my name is Mark Ratchford, and we're in Fresno. And we go as far north as Merced, and we kind of go over into the Los Banos area. And then we go as far south as the Visalia area, and then kind of all parts in between. And we have customers in Oakhurst, Coarse Gold, Bass Lake, North Fork area as well.
I
So
was just up in Chowchilla over the weekend.
yeah, Chowchilla. As a matter of fact, I've got a new customer up there. We're going to be installing in that golf course area there.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, so we've been doing this about 30, like I say, 38 years I've been in the industry. My business has been incorporated since 2001. So we've been here a long time, and we're here to serve you.
Wonderful. Everybody, this is Realtor Linda Peltz. It was wonderful having Mark on the podcast here to kind of share some information on important maintenance for our homes. And it would make a wonderful selling point. So don't think you won't get your money out of it. Everybody have a wonderful day. My license number is 01997670. Make sure you subscribe to our show and we will catch you on the next one.